Lorraine Zimmerman was only 15 years old when she was found murdered. Her body discovered in a wooded area. 30 years later, police aren't giving up on this case.
She was, normal student, kind of shy. There was some educational limitations there, so I guess that was a concern as far as her being vulnerable. But other than that, typical teenage female, hung out with friends.
Sergeant Chris Taylor with the Maryland State Police Homicide Unit has been working on this case for the past few years. 15-year-old Lorraine Zimmerman was last seen at her aunt's house after school. It was April 6, 1984.
The running theory was that even though she was, thought to be immature by the parents, the person that did this probably knew her, or she knew that person, and felt either comfortable enough or at ease enough to, either get in a car or whatever happened.
The Hagerstown High School student was found dead days later in a wooded area.
She was found on right off of Reno Monument Road in Boonsboro. It was basically remains. She was found by walkers, kind of farm area, very rural. So there wasn't a whole lot going on, other than she was kind of covered up. So based on what we saw at the scene, we believe that she was killed somewhere else and then brought there to be dumped. She was sexually assaulted. There were traces of semen and blood, but unfortunately, because she was outside in a couple of days, and obviously how the evidence was, it was stored for 20-some years, we weren't able to get a DNA profile off of that. So I think fast forward to today's day and time, we would definitely been able to get some DNA profile and other cell phone data, those kind of things, to hopefully narrow down who the suspect is.
Investigators canvassed the community.
So a lot of people they were looking at were from PA, Western Maryland area, that had committed similar crimes, and they were trying to figure out if they were related to Zimmerman or not. And unfortunately, they were not.
A 3-decade-old case combined with a lack of technology and witness statements has made solving this case rough.
Technology is definitely, back then, it's not what it is today. Sir, there was no cell phone data. There was no video surveillance. There was no DNA. So a lot of those things that we have access to now, we didn't back then. So a lot of it was honestly just word of mouth, like, boots on the street, talking to neighbors, talking to friends, doing what we call victimology, which is essentially learning what the victim likes to do, where they hang out, do they work, those kind of things. The evidence is one thing, but a lot of times it comes down to people talking and people coming forward, especially in these cold cases.
Despite the challenges, Taylor continues working the case and hopes the family can get much needed answers.
At the end of the day, it's all about, closure for the family. They deserve to know, what happened, to their loved one. They deserve to get some sort of answers, and they deserve to get closure, and they deserve to have their day in court.
If you or anyone you know knew Zimmerman, please reach out to us here at WMAR 2 News. We would love to hear from you and get to learn more about who Zimmerman, the young teenager, was. If you have any information which could help police, give the Maryland State Police a call at 410-996-7881. Thanks for watching this edition of Maryland Cold Cases. You can check out more cold cases by clicking on this box over here, and be sure to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any new videos when we upload them to YouTube.